all of our subscribers anyway.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
Once again. I hate everything. What's up for the second time? Because the first time y'all ain't hear it, everybody, it's Tavon Anthony.
And oh shit, once again, it is Bria Badu.
Welcome to another episode of the Fuck You Mean podcast. Yes, indeed.
Man, I did a whole intro. Fuck it. I'm not that kind of bitch. I don't repeat things. I'm Bill O'Reilly in this bitch. We'll do it live. Nope. We don't go backwards. It's hosting and guests motherfucking September. Sorry, I'm cussing. Whatever, YouTube. It's your fault. I'm mad. We got Rozelle out here. What's up, Rozelle?
Hey, what's up? This is the second time I'm saying what's up, but it's okay. We gonna say it like we just said it the first time. So
yes,
hey,
indeed.
my name is Rozelle. I'm a local DMV artist. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, but Nashville raised me, DMV made me. So
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea you were from Nashville.
Yeah, raised Nashville, Tennessee, born at Baptist Hospital. Like I lived there all my life until like my last year of like high school. Then my mom uprooted me to Maryland, into Bowie, out of all places. It was just like, here. Just
you want to talk about a change?
That's terrible.
My life is like a movie. So I basically have two homes. And it's funny because sometimes I'm like, do my Tennessee people still claim me? Or like, am I just too into the DMV area? But they still love me. They still ask me to come back.
Of course. Home is always home.
That's so sweet. We're just learning new things about people. I mean, okay. So like, I guess like, I don't know. All right. So Rozelle, you follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
I'm just gonna start. We gotta start with the spicy stuff first, so we can get into the fun stuff. And so,
I'm gonna let you do that.
Yeah, no, do your thing. All right. So you've seen. I don't know if you've seen. I was like dealing with some issues with somebody on Instagram.
I did.
And I just like. I don't want to give it too much attention, and as far as like going into the specifics of it, because I don't think that this specific person needs like free promo on my platform. But like the whole point was like somebody wanted to, I guess, get with Tavon, and I guess Tavon didn't want to get with that person. So then they decided they were gonna message me and like threaten me and say all this crazy shit. And I was just like, that's wild. I've never met this person before. I don't know this person. Right. This person don't know that I'm crazy. So what I've been doing this morning, I'm not proud of it, but I'm getting to a point is I used a bunch of different accounts because this bitch was messaging me on different accounts, and I was like, oh, I got those too. And so then I started messaging them on accounts and like trolling them on their page because their music is terrible. And like, then they started messaging me. Then they was like blocking me on all these different pages and platforms. And I'm just like, see, you didn't know that somebody was crazy when you messaged them. And this is why people need to leave people alone. Because when you're a kid, your mom's like, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers. Even as an adult, you go out to a club. You don't just be talking to random people, Why do we feel like as people on the internet that like the internet changes things? Like, why do people feel like the rules are different,
Because at the end of the day, as long as you don't go outside, you can kind of hide behind that keyboard half the time. But I mean, you can't with me. I'm an IT nerd. I'll destroy your whole computer. Like, but
oh my goodness, spicy Pisces.
Don't do that. No, I'm not that spicy.
Spicy Pisces. I think they didn't know that you were a Pisces because they can definitely turn up. Like my favorite artist, Erykah Badu, she's a Pisces. And rumor has it, which is a true rumor, she stabbed one of her boyfriends.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they mentioned years ago. And they're okay, they're still friends, but like, yeah, she stabbed him. So it's just like, but I still love her.
We still cool.
I feel that. I felt that.
Get it, and it's fine. I think it's like if you like, don't push the bear, like don't poke the bear if you don't want the bear to bite you.
That is
it's
true.
Just like if you're just living your average day life, you're just whatever, you're happy, you're smoking, you're doing whatever, you're being an artist, and you just kind of come in my rim to bother me. Like the good person me wants to leave you alone, but I'm a Gemini, so the other side of me is like, no, I'm gonna fuck with you.
You're like my older brother.
Know who you are. Now I'm gonna listen to your music. I'm gonna tell you that you suck because I'm an artist and you definitely suck. And like I definitely get that spiciness, but since you've already put that in the atmosphere, you don't have to entertain it no more. Just let it go.
That's true. That's true.
Just let it go. Because at the end of the day, somebody that's just very jealous of what you have and they just want to mess with you.
It's just crazy because like I've got like I don't be making music. I would like to, but I don't got a music out here. I personally feel like if y'all here making music, like make better music. Just leave me alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not in competition. Like,
well, the issue with, okay, so here's the problem with most people that like to start crap online, right? They don't realize that, okay, being on the net might protect you physically, might in the beginning, right? But the idea of do unto others goes tenfold. Anything you can do on the internet can be done to you, like 100%. And it's like, to me, I believe anybody that tends to look over that, you're either very narcissistic or maybe you got a mental thing going on. But
I'm sorry.
I just don't understand the butthurt thing. You know me. I come from the forum and the video game days. People calling me everything out the woodwork. So it's just like I'm used to that type of fray. So like if anyone ever does that to me, I'm like, oh, it's game time. What's up? Coming up with words they never heard of. I'm not going to say something of them online.
I think it's different when it comes to women because we're always supposed to be strong, but we have like a slight sensitive side. Like for example, the other day someone said that I look like a crackhead Wendy Williams.
Oh my God.
Right. It's just like, why would you say that? I don't think I look like a crackhead Wendy Williams.
Can you like
send?
First of all, that's redundant. Wait, stop. No, that's redundant. Wendy Williams is a crackhead. Okay. No, that's the truth. When she was working in DC at WPG, like she has admitted that she was at work on the radio station in DC smoking crack in the studio. Wendy Williams is a crackhead. So I don't know who said that to you. They don't know history. They don't know anything.
I mean, is she still smoking crack?
Once you are a crackhead, you are a crackhead for life.
Hey, come on. Didn't we discuss this in another episode?
Here's the thing about addiction.
Is she a crackhead or did she just do crack?
Any addict will tell you, no, she was a crackhead. She was out here doing crack at work on a regular basis. That's a crackhead. She turned her job into a crack house. It was a crack studio. They said, this is not a crack house. You got to get the fuck out of here smoking that crack, Wendy Williams.
Yo, stop.
So,
I'm pretty sure that's not how the conversation
my point being, somebody saying that you're a crackhead, Wendy Williams is redundant because Wendy Williams is a crackhead. Ridiculous. And anybody with addiction will tell you that once you have an addiction, you are just an addict. Like, you just are. Even recovering or not, whether you're, abstaining or not. That's just who you are. That's why she's having so many issues like pills and stuff like that because she's not trying to smoke crack. Like,
I mean, that's true.
I mean, like, and this is no shade to Wendy Williams. I'm not saying anything that she has not herself said. Like,
yeah, and I totally get it. But it just shows you that there's just so many internet trolls out there that just want to say anything and they hide behind the screen. There was this one time that I actually had a video go viral because I was following like this voice page and then they were just like, okay, well, sing it with me or, oh, can you do it this way or that way? So I just did a regular video. I wasn't prepared. I had bags under my eyes, like little twist in my hair, like a regular shirt. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to see how this goes. End up getting like 90,000 views on it. And during that time, I was the most stressed out because as an artist, people think like, yeah, I want to go viral. I want everybody to comment on my post. I want everyone to see it. Wake up to over 100 likes every day and over 100 comments on the same video every day for like a month straight.
That's annoying.
Tell me if you want the same thing.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's annoying. I guess maybe turn off the notifications. I don't know. I don't like notifications. It's the notification part for me. The buzz, buzz, buzz. My phone is dying because y'all are doing. I appreciate the likes. I would appreciate some money. Like hit my Venmo. Like
the thing right, I would love that too. It was just like my notifications were off, but like every time I would go on, you'll just see in the corner 100 likes. And it's just like, okay, I know it's 100 likes. And there's comments too, and there's trolls like, oh, she can't sing, or oh, she's great. So I erased all the negative ones, and I couldn't let it like.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just like, I'm basically just saying people are gonna attack you. It doesn't matter who you are, and they're just gonna say nasty things because they can hide behind the screen.
Oh, absolutely.
It just makes it's cyberbullying. It makes bullying easier. And also, here's the other thing, specifically in your case, if you have a bunch of eyes on you, like it's just going to be somebody in that group that has something to say. Like when I started doing my MMA rap videos and stuff like that and started getting like more views I ever got ever, it was just like, okay, well, now I got to remember, like, if I'm going to do these videos, I can't have certain things in the background, this, that, and the other. And it's like, it makes you think, like, you're walking on eggshells the entire time. Because back when I used to do, like, anime covers of, like, theme songs and stuff, like, people would literally look at my videos and try to find something in my room, and then they would just go nuts. Like, they saw a bottle... They saw a bottle of lotion in the back once.
Oh, my God.
You know dude's going to get you for that. Oh, see, I know what's going on here. Come on, man. Can we relax? Mm-hmm. Them knuckles look ashy. Stop it.
I get called ugly a lot.
Well, okay, here's the problem with that. People tend to go for the easiest thing they can go for. That's the issue, right? Like, and it's like, okay, how do I get into this person who I don't know? Well... Okay, you're ugly. Oh, okay, you're a bitch. Okay, you know.
Your feet stink.
It's like, yo, dude, come on, man. The playground rules, like, don't work past the age of, like, 12. I'm sorry. Like, find something else to do with your time.
Anytime somebody calls me the smoke from now on, I'm going to just be like, your upper lip smell like Cheez-Its. Or just something random. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to go to high school, you're going to go to high school, I'm going to go to middle school. Like...
Oh, no.
We all kids in this motherfucker.
God. Nah, bad.
Listen, it can be tough. And like when it comes to my social media, I try to be the best person as possible. So people can still listen to my music. They'll still think I'm a good person. Like it's to the point where, I hope not too many of my fans are watching this, but like I have a lot of male followers, a lot of guys who listen to my music. They think that I have like a really sensual personality. Like I'm basically their girl next door to them. Like they probably beat their meat off to me.
Oh, jeez.
To be honest.
I mean,
to be honest. However, when those guys like approach me, they're just like, oh, I love your music. I'm this, that, and the fourth. Like I'm always nice. I'm cordial with them, but I always set my boundaries. So it's like, okay, well, I want you to look at me. I want you to listen to my music, but treat me as if I am that artist that you just can't get. You don't have that much access to me. So that means don't go on my DMs and ask me for my number because that's not going to happen. Don't even ask to take me out. I don't go into DMs and find love. Like you're not going to get love with inside my DMs. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. However, I will always respect that person. If they like my pictures, I always look at their story, like their pictures. Like I'm very interactive. So anybody who follows me, I'm always interacting with them so that they won't feel it's like, okay, well, I'm just following her for no reason. It's like, nah, she has really good music and she's a cool person.
I can understand that. I can appreciate that. And then I guess like now Instagram has like general and primary messages. So like, and the requests, like the filters. Oh, thank you, Jesus. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just weird. Like people like, sometimes I feel like I'm obligated to respond to people when they message me. And so like people I'll meet at shows and stuff, like they'll follow me and stuff and they'll react to my IG stories and stuff. And a part of me is like, I don't want to be a dick and just like leave them on red, but also I only have, I'm at the age now, I'm just like, there's only so much social interaction inside of me. And I don't know, man, it's just too many of y'all. Like, and too many could be like 3. It's just a lot. 3 is a lot. Like, and I feel bad. So I react and stuff and I'll try, but sometimes I just don't get it in me, dog.
I completely understand that. I think the one thing that makes it just a little bit easier for me is, like I told you before, I come from the MMO forums and all that stuff. So it's just, okay, this is what I was doing all through high school, all through middle school and all through high school. So like talking to people on the internet and then dealing with what comes with that, it's kind of like, oh, it's like it was before. It's just things are a little easier to do because it's not like everyone has dial-up anymore. So,
then people be sending you messages like fast. This.
Man,
you seen that the emoji? Get the fuck out of here! Like,
nah, man. And then it's like, I mean, I like the idea of being interactive with people too, and that's a really cool thing that you do because not like every artist doesn't do that. Like they'll just be like, okay, I got the follower. All right, next. You know what I mean? And when you have somebody who is like that personable, it really makes people want to stick around.
Yeah.
It really makes people want to stick around. So it's like, I mean, that's good, and it's also great that you set your boundaries because in some cases, like a lot of people on the internet really just don't know how to deal with people at all.
Nope.
That's why, like, and women deal with this often. I started dealing with this more during the pandemic, but you know, you like they like you or they follow you, and then you're like, oh, okay, let me be supportive. You like a couple of their pictures because they liked a couple of yours, and next thing you know, your DM say, let me eat your ass crack sideways with a spoon, and you like, whoa.
That's why I don't be liking people's stuff. I gotta know who you are. I gotta look at a story or something. I gotta figure out what's going on, where you speaking from, because there's a lot of weirdos out here.
Like, sir, you have a wife.
There is, but it's also a strategy too, because like you can even have the weirdos be your friends or support you, because I have like my own side business on the side. And when I ran like a program where it's like, okay, 25% off on like, you know, whatever's in my shop, I was getting people buying stuff and I didn't even know who they were. Never seen their name. They may have been an Instagram name. Just like, I don't even know who this person is that I'm sending to Montana, but I'm going to send them their rose water and their socks. And they'll message me like, hi, I'm so-and-so. Just want to let you know that I bought some. I'm like, oh, great. Thank you. And I realized like, oh, well, he was like in my pictures a long time and told me that he downloaded my music. So I think it's just all of a strategy. And with me, I don't know why I try to make so much time, but I do make time like right now as an artist to interact as much as possible, because I know like, once I get more followers and get more opportunities, I'm not going to be able to be that person.
Yeah, I feel that. I will say though, the people you just described, those aren't weirdos. Those are supporters.
Those are just regular cats.
I'm talking like weirdos, like people that will like sit on your stories, be like, yeah, you look good as hell in that dress. Yeah, why don't you turn around? And then they like come to your shows, and then they just kind of like.
You know.
And then you then finish performing, you at the bar, you trying to chill, and they just come up. Hey, you remember me? Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm such and such online. Hey, so yeah, yeah, get out of here! Like that.
I've gotten that from guys before, so
I get that still.
I mean, of course, y'all do. Like, it's just that's just the thing with y'all. Most of the time, if I'm at a venue and someone comes up with that intention, I look like I'm ready to murder people on a moment's notice, like all the time.
A moment's notice.
Yeah, I know. I did that. I let that come out at a moment's notice, like all the time. Where I look like I'm just so busy, I'm just like all the time. So people tend to like back off. But the times that I'm not, oh Jesus, like when I'm just like, then it's just hello, Tavon. Hi. Who are you? Oh, I'm Assmaster 600 on the internet. Like, okay. And did you get my message? What message?
Did you get my message?
I'm like, oh Lord. And I got called Yusef or something because he big.
Oh my God. The only messages I really, really enjoy are ones from like people who like, because there are people out there that really just like will support your art, you know, and like they 100%. Might be attracted to you, but they don't make you uncomfortable, and they don't go out of their way to like say weird stuff to you. Like there's this guy, and his name's Wade. Wade's such a cool dude. I've never met Wade. We spoke on Twitter like maybe like the past year, and we don't even speak that much on Twitter. He the reason why I'm catching up on all, like the reason why I watch all the HBO shows and all that stuff. He just gave me his logins at the beginning of the year so I could watch TV. Shout out Wade. Thank you. Love you, Wade. And he doesn't say anything weird like, oh, you want to show me some ass for DirecTV? It's like, no. We just be chilling. We'll talk about cartoons, and then he'll like laugh at some of my comedy stuff. He's a cool guy.
Let me get a quarter of a butt cheek. Just a quarter.
Yeah, none of that. A parcel of pussy. Like,
hey, that's mine. But no. That's. I mean, yeah, but it's always good to have support. Speaking of like support and whatnot, through I know this is like a subject that people are tired of hearing. They always hear it, but being an artist through the pandemic, yeah, everybody talks about that. But being an artist through the pandemic, how do you feel? Do you feel like your creativity was affected at all? Do you feel like the amount of support that you were getting either spiked or went down in a way, or like how did it affect you as a whole, as an artist?
As an artist, when it first started off, it was pretty rough. I remember having a show booked like in March of sometime last year, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready for this open mic. I can't wait for it, and then it just gets canceled. And then future shows just keep getting canceled and canceled and canceled. And I'm just like, oh goodness, like I was using showcases to, get more followers and everything, because although like with my music is very different. So when I would go to showcases, I'm always like the oddball. I'm that,
I've been to
just,
one of your shows. I seen it. I seen
yeah,
the flyers. It'll be like big ass niggas and blah 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 and Rozelle.
right. And then I just want to chill. They're just like, oh, okay.
That gives you the opportunity to be. You automatically have a spotlight when that happens, though. Automatic spotlight.
I do, which was an advantage, because at first, like, I used to be kind of like the oddball, but then I ended up being the good oddball. So people were like, oh yeah, like I went to the showcase, but I remember Rozelle. Like, I like this feeling. I liked how personal she was, or they could say something about my ass. I don't care, whatever. They were just saying stuff. They're just like, oh, I like Rozelle, so I would get a lot of followers that way. So once the pandemic, came around, I was just like, oh goodness, like what can I do? And then I actually had an artist development deal under a third party group under Cash Money. So I was supposed to go to not to California, to Canada, to go to their studio and do like some recording and stuff. And that was gonna happen. So I had to do everything virtual. Like I basically sat in my house and we would songwrite together, and then I had to record my vocals here and send it off to Canada and get that. So during the pandemic, I was able to release an EP.
Good.
Which is still out right now. It's called Horizon. And thank you. So,
on all platforms, everybody.
Yeah, it's all everywhere. It's everywhere. So just during the pandemic, like me not being able to perform was definitely a hinder. However, it did not affect my following, because I still gained like the same amount of followers. I gained like 600 followers in a month one time when I was viral. So it's just like it was still coming. So I just go online, I still be active, and I still like do things for myself. Like I was doing bath chronicle shows during the pandemic, where I would sit in my bathtub and interview different people. And like I would have like my sage, and I would have my tea, and then my crystals and everything, and candles. So it was definitely a vibe. I actually invited like an artist on my show one time, and he, painted live while I sung like a few Erykah Badu covers and just interviewed a lot of people. So that was really, really cool.
Nice.
And, yeah, so I feel like just me performing affected the pandemic, how, with my strategy and everything. But however, it also opened my eyes, because I was performing in the area for like a little over a year. And I just started realizing that, I'm not a showcase bitch.
Hey, I get that.
I'm not a showcase bitch. I don't belong in a showcase. I am the showcase. I should be providing different artists opportunities to perform under me. And I don't feel bad for them at all.
There you go. Like I've had
you've done something like Dry Live Night.
Dry Live Night.
This is essentially a showcase that you've
that I put together.
Yeah.
But like as far as performing on showcases, that's something that I kind of like abandoned maybe about 4 years ago. Like actually might be a little longer, because it's
different
like,
for music than it is for comedy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like showcases for us is another thing.
See the structure of comedy in the whirlwind, but it's still a structure in the music industry, or they're just vastly different as far as like where you have to be consistent and then where the lines get blurred,
Because I'm a showcase bitch. As far as comedy goes, like I'm a showcase bitch. Like I've been doing showcases since I started comedy. And so like I was pretty fortunate in the sense that, and I've talked about this all the time, a lot of comedians, they have to go to open mics to meet people and like network and get on stage and like get stage time to be seen. And I was just lucky enough to like knew somebody put me on a showcase, knew somebody there put me on a showcase, met somebody at that showcase put me on a showcase. And then I started hosting and doing open mics. So it's just like showcases is like where it's at when you're a comedian. And it's like, and it's also because like in the comedy world, things can be very volatile. It is very fickle. 1 second you're up, 1 second you're down. Anybody could be up here or down here or in the middle at any given point in time. So it's just like, we just want to be seen. We don't give a damn. Like Tony Woods used to go to the Pinch on Tuesdays in the basement. He wasn't getting paid. we just want to be seen. So I mean, I guess it's different for music. I've never been on a music showcase. So like when you say showcase in comedy, it's like, oh shit, who's going to be there? Me and like only 4 other people. There's big ass people. They get paid. Like
Yeah, no, I definitely
understand that. Yeah, I feel like comedy is definitely like different because like normally we go to comedy shows, it is like, you know, groups of people. It's like, okay, this is maybe the theme. These are the comedies, you know, the comedics or people that are going to be, you know, talking about this, or they're kind of like under this same umbrella. So I definitely understand that. And as far as like artist showcases, I feel like it's just great for the average. I'm not gonna say the average. I don't want to disrespect anybody in the artistry, but for like, you know, a rapper, the street R&B, like Jacquees type of sound, you know, Queen Naja type of thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have to be honest, a lot of these singers sound the same.
Well, yes.
Sound like somebody I've heard before. Where it's like, oh, a Janae Aiko, this person. Like, if I'm able to name your sound, then you don't have your own sound.
Whew.
There you go. Like,
so when it comes to my music, name my sound, and nobody can really name my sound.
That's the thing, right? Because I know I just had a brain fart. No, I know a bunch of artists, bands, and stuff like that who, when they're like, okay, I got this show, and this show, it's like, well, maybe it's because it's easy to book you because you have a specific sound, and that's just what it is, right?
Oh.
Like, no, dead serious. Most of the most creative artists I know that sound different, they all come with the same thing. Man, people are saying it's hard to book me. It's hard to do this. Like, there's always an excuse, right? I'm like, well, that already tells you that you have something different, and you can capitalize on that. All you got to do is take a different step.
It depends, though. Sometimes it's hard. Like, I have some comedy stuff. Like, I was just at a show on Thursday, and I performed, and the guy who runs the show pulled me to the side, and he was like, you know, my girlfriend loved you. I loved you. Like, the lady that was like the server, like, really loved you. You're really great. Like, my girlfriend's like, we need to get her on here more. And it's like, even he, as a white man in comedy, was like, yeah, it's always the same guys all the time, blah, blah, blah. And it's, if you are a black woman in comedy or whatever, it's like, they don't care about necessarily what you're saying. A lot of the times, if you get on a show where it's just a bunch of dudes, it's just because you're the diversity hire. And they just want to make it seem like that they're being inclusive, but they're not really being inclusive because they just want to listen to what their friends have to say. And like, you go to places and it's always the same jokes. My girlfriend's a bitch. Incest joke. Like, Catholic pedophilia joke. And then people are like, yeah, bringing them back. And they're making all the money. And so I guess it's like the same thing in music, you know, like saying we like this sound. So this is the sound we're going to book for the next 10 years until somebody makes something new that's mainstream enough for us to transition to.
Yeah, until you bombard the game. Like, here's the thing about being different, right? If you're different and you're consistent, you have more of a chance to become undeniable than the people that are doing the same things. And the reason I say that is because, like, when she was saying how when she was on showcases, everybody remembers her, right? Same thing was happening with me. First of all, I had like the factor of, okay, these are black dudes playing metal, which it's becoming more of a thing, especially in the past like 5-10 years.
You ain't got no shirt on either.
But no, dead serious, and like I always have a joke, but it actually happened. There were times that Yusuf and I, we would go to shows and guys didn't know we were the band. They thought we were like just the stage hands or some shit like that. And then when we started playing, they're like, oh, okay, it's about to be probably some rap metal.
New metal, some
like
Limp
that.
Bizkit.
Dude, when I played the soundstage the first time, they thought we were about to be an R&B group, but that's because Jay Diggs was with us and he had that jacket on and these sunglasses. I'm like, oh man, they don't know what we about to do.
Shout out
like,
Jay Diggs.
Let's go. And that's, you know, I'm screaming, hooping and hollering, doing backflips, and they're like, holy shit.
He's probably in the front row like.
Yeah. But no, but it's just like by the end of the night, that's when like everybody wants to talk to you. If you're screw it like this. If everybody wants to talk to you and then also they thought you were the headlining act,
whew,
that's when you know you got something, right? And
what you got?
It's an inside joke. Don't worry about it. But no. Like, my point is just being different is just the right thing to do. Like, I get it. If you want to if you want to have a specific sound to make money, be in a house band, do something like that, or just be a studio musician, that's fine. I have no problem with that, right? Make your career that way. But if you're trying to be the quote unquote next big thing and you're essentially copying, can you really bank on that? Because there are a million other people copying. So that's why it's harder for you to stand out, why it's harder for you to be undeniable. Like,
you just brought something up to me.
What?
I have a question, because y'all do music. So in the comedy world, people will steal jokes. And there was recently this guy who just got like blasted, and I'm in like a comedian group on Facebook, and they were all talking about it because a lot of black comedians know each other. We're a very small group in comparison to like everybody else. So we have black comedian groups and stuff. We talk about things. And there was this guy who stole a joke from another guy who like has a Netflix special and everything. He stole the joke from the Netflix special, and he just got found out because dude made a video about it. Like, if it wasn't for him making a video about the fact that this man stole his joke and had the receipts, it would have been like, just people would have just been fine with this man doing this, and come to find out he's been stealing jokes from people for a long time. And so I'm just like, are there musicians, like, have y'all ever had like to worry about somebody stealing your songs, or like stealing a verse from your songs, or stealing a beat, or, you know, and then performing that shit?
Well, I know specifically in the hip hop community that happens all the time.
Oh yeah, beat stealing.
Yeah, like in the metal community, a sound that definitely happens. But there are trends when it comes to sounds, right? But you remember we had a conversation before about music where I'm like, there's a limited amount of chords, a limited amount of notes, a limited amount of progressions, but there are unlimited rhythms. From a rhythmic standpoint, if you're going into really technical music, that's very hard to do. But not everybody wants to, work that hard. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, but yeah, no, that does happen. It does happen in the music community. It hasn't happened specifically with any, I'd say, like jazz project I've worked with, but in the jazz community, a lot of songs are covers anyway. But
don't tell YouTube, they'll demonetize the hell out of
it. Yeah, no, definitely in the hip hop community. Like, even if it's like, oh man, this guy has an original beat, his producer's here, da 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 da, and then you hear the same thing going on like 2 days later, and it's somebody else, and it's like, you were at that show. Hey, so are you associated with that dude? Nah, man, just like the stuff. But you kind of just like, I mean, you took the beat. People share beats. I don't care about that. Here's the problem: you kind of use like a whole bar of his or hers, theirs. Like, what about that?
Bar for bar, word for word.
Like, that's when it gets funny. Like, if you're gonna do a cover, okay, whatever. Nobody cares about a cover, right? But it's like, if you take someone's actual music that they worked hard on, they created this, and you're trying to call yourself a creator.
It happens.
Bad. Yeah, and I know that happens in the comedy world. It's a lot easier.
It's
a
so
lot
easy.
easier.
Oh my god, that's why people like. I just try to record your sets and stuff. So if somebody try to steal your shit, you can't steal it. I got receipts, it's timestamp, geotag, bitch. You was there, like it's you in the audience right there. See, I had pictures, writing shit down. Look at you with your notepad.
Oh
Caught.
my god.
I was it's I don't want to out them. I ain't trying to get no smoke with big DMV artists, but there was a certain DMV artist of Nigerian descent a few years ago, and he a rapper, and allegedly, this story, I wasn't there. This is so I'm gonna say allegedly. He was a guy that I was dating a few years back, was friends with some rappers because he had been rapping for like a while. He used to do like the Everlasting Life Cafe stuff, and like his friend had died, and his friend was like the big rapper in the group, and he had died. But they were all still like doing music afterwards. So they're all from like Maryland, and I guess like this dude, the Nigerian famous rapper man, heard their song, and he liked the song, allegedly. And he was like, yeah, send me the song. So they sent him the song. And then he hit him back with, yeah, send me just the beat. They were like, hell no. Send you just the beat. Like, I know when I'm being taken for a ride. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like,
nah, at that point, you just get your producer to be like, all right, cool. Here's this fee. You sign this form, and yeah, I'll send you the beat.
but that's just crazy. Like, my man's is really just like, send me the beat.
Well, some people are sneaky like that. Like, that'll happen. That really will happen, you know.
Has that ever happened to you?
Well, listen, it seems like the rapper community is cutthroat and they just going all over the place, but that's never happened to me. And I think it's because like my instrumentals are more like alternative, electronic type of beats. So I don't know if anybody's really interested in my beats. The beats I like the white people beats. I guess that's what they're considered as. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's what they're considered as, like, you know, the pop, you know, electronic, like that's their beats.
Can we call those white people beats anymore if Drake's producer is a little white man in a wheelchair?
Listen, no. You know how we have Eminem on our side? They about to have Rozelle on their side, okay?
Whoa. Did you just make a bid for the racial draft on this podcast?
Like, you know, because people be trying to go on Eminem like, oh, because, you know, he's a white rapper. And, you know, it's just like, listen, I like electronic and alternative beats, and I'm a Black woman, and I can fuck those beats up with my voice. So it's just like, hey, why not have the Black people love me and have the white people love me too? What's wrong with that? That's more money.
The Waka Flocka Flame of R&B.
Look, I understand that totally, because that's literally my mindset when it comes to my music. It's like, oh, well, what's your style? Well, I like metal. Oh, black and metal. Oh, yeah, but I like EDM. Oh, and I was kind of like obsessed with Japanese rock music for like a long time. So it's going to get real anime sounding up in here. Love you guys.
Yeah, this man out here listening to Anka music from a nigga from Philly.
You talking about Jerome?
Yeah.
Yo, he's the truth.
With a kimono and a fitted on. I cannot.
It was amazing. He had a golden mic. I was like,
my man came out there.
My idol. I ain't wearing no yukata, but
I wish I spoke Japanese so I could imitate him, because he got this deep voice. Here in Philadelphia. He a half Japanese, half Black dude. And I swear to God, this man had on a kimono and a fitted.
I will message you a photo of him. I'm going to see if, I wonder if he has an Instagram. I don't know.
I hope he has an Instagram.
But, nah, dude.
Yo.
It's amazing. Dude, be different.
Be different. Yes, dare to be different, y'all. Please.
Gotta do that.
There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't matter what color you are. If that's the music that you love, just go for it. It's fine. Just be respectful. You know, any culture or anything. Yes. Don't pop it up saying nigga, nigga, nigga. If you were, you know, don't do that. That's not okay. And I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I love apple pie and my Confederate flag if I really don't.
So let me tell you
apple
something.
Apple pie's not bad.
So funny thing, when you said, like, don't be disrespectful about it, I remember one time I was in Florida, way back when I was in college, and I was playing for certain groups. I went to this one show, and it was this white dude that came out. I confirmed it. Was not biracial, anything like that. I'm not going to say no names, but when he got on that stage, and it was just nigga this, nigga that, nigga
whispered
this,
in my
that.
Ear, who was this?
But put the mic up, right, real close.
Yeah, so let me stop.
So yeah, it was.
No. But I was just like, all right. I was like, well, maybe he got a Black mama or something. I don't know. Maybe he's Slash. I don't know. But nope, that wasn't the case. The other thing was, when I was looking left and right in the room, I'm just like, all right, maybe I shouldn't make no noise because they might have his back, and I'm not from here.
Where were you again?
What part of Florida was that?
Oh.
Yeah, like
it doesn't even
I wasn't
matter.
even in Orlando at that point.
It doesn't matter. You said Florida.
There. I was just like, I ain't got no friends with me. I was invited here by a random dude that saw me play guitar, and I don't want to be here no more.
I don't trust nothing about Florida. My dad want me to go visit him. He be sending me pretty pictures. That's real cool. I ain't coming to Florida. I'll be a crackhead Wendy Williams before I go to Florida.
Oh no! Wait, what? Look, there's some decent parts.
I've never been to Miami, but after I was thinking about it, right? But then Spirit Airlines, I don't know if it was this summer or last summer. I think it was at the beginning of this summer. Or maybe it was last summer. I don't know. There was a point in time where there was just like a big nigga gathering of people at Miami, and people was on top. I don't know if y'all remember this. It was all over Twitter. People were on top of their cars. people were out here twerking and stripping in the streets like it was Freaknik in the 90s. And it was just a bunch of dudes with pandemic checks that saved up the pandemic checks. And then Spirit Airlines had a blowout sale.
Didn't they get stuck down there, though? Like, half of them got stuck down there because there wasn't shit to do because shit was shut down.
Well, because they had to shut shit down after everyone started shutting shit down. They was outside with guns.
They was
They was having a good old time. I was like, what is this? They was swag surfing in the streets. I was like, come on now. None of us have jobs.
If I knew that was going on, I'd have masked up and robbed half the people. Let me stop.
I knew somebody that went down there. He was taking Insta stories. I was like, look at this mess right here. I will never go to Miami.
Look, I mean, Miami can go really good or really bad.
I
really
guess
quick,
so. If
right?
you do cocaine, really good and really bad. If you don't, really boring.
Look, man, the only time I ever went to Miami, I was in college, but I was still too young to do stuff. Like, I think I might have been 19. But the difference between a group of 19-year-old guys going to Miami and a group of women, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, like y'all could just walk on in. Just go ahead and wear a thong bikini. Yep, there you go. Get in there.
I guess so. You can walk on in, but you're going to risk somebody slapping your ass.
Well, yeah, there's that. It's just like with me.
My bad, sweetheart. What's your name?
With me, they're going to send John Cena outside and say, yeah, you can't come in here, young man. Go ahead and turn on around.
I was with somebody one time. They was like, you can't come in here because you got on pants with drawstrings. I was like, oh my God, I can't take it.
Oh. They said, yeah, you gotta bring that up a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, granted, he was dressed like a bum. I mean, it wasn't like
Was he the bouncer?
No, he was just a dude I was with. He had on some ugly drawstring pants.
I had a moment. Ooh, okay. Well,
and they was like, we gotta letting you in there with them pants. I hate going places with people and they don't have the proper attire. I was at the W Hotel rooftop one time. And I was with my friend Joe and my friend Selena. I love her to death. But this bitch came up in here with some tennis shoes. You can't go to the W on damn tennis shoes.
So here's the thing, right? People, they just don't listen or they don't think about dress codes. I remember one time I went to, I forgot what club this was, but I had...
Club Slumbo.
Oh, no. I had one friend with me, though, and because I told him, I was like, listen, just wear what you got, put on whatever dress shoes you got, and just have a collared shirt, we'll be fine, right? We get in line. There's a group of guys behind us completely like, they didn't give a fuck. Like, they're wearing freaking Timbs and some other shit and had these jackets on, which I'm like, they not going to get in. And they were like hyping each other up too. Yeah, we gonna do this, man. Yeah, them hoes in there. Da. I'm like,
it's hoes in there.
I'm like, how do y'all even know? Like first of all, I'm sitting there like, we ain't even got in there yet. Y'all don't even know there's nobody in there. It
smell like bitch in there.
And I'm like, I'm just like, all right. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yo. It was G. I was like, yo, G. I was like, G, step back. Watch this. Them boys went up, chest out, confident too. The bouncer didn't even look dude in the eye. He was like, yeah. It's going to be 40 for them shoes. And as a matter of fact, since you and your man's wearing them, fuck that. It's going to be 150. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, he going to work y'all. I was like, he going to work them. And he was like, yeah, them shoes ain't right. That shirt ain't right. What is this? What is Ed Hardy? Boy, look.
Oh, my God.
He was tearing them up, right? And I'm sitting here like, sir, can we get in? Yeah, y'all cool. Y'all pay the tab? I'm like, yeah. We ain't pay. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, go ahead in here. I'm gonna keep on tearing this dude up.
He said that?
Yeah. We looked outside because I went to the bathroom and I came back to look outside. He was still giving them the work, and I'm like, y'all could even just give this guy.
Why wouldn't
the
they
money
just
and
leave?
Yeah, like just leave. Like you're wasting time. You're not gonna get in. And then another time, it was like a friend of my best friend's birthday, right? And they had like
which best friend?
Los.
Okay.
Formerly on this podcast, Los. So it was Los, me, and he invited JD since it was JD's birthday as well. His friend was like, all right, we all going to go to the club. They want to go to Ozio's. He was the issue with that.
Y'all are under 40.
Yeah, number one. Number one. Number two, I was just like, I walked in and saw everybody. I'm like, y'all know there's a dress code, right? You got a throwback jersey on. They ain't going to let you in. And they were just like, nah, man, we gonna roll up together. I'm like, no, it don't matter if we together. They gonna duck goose your ass, and you're gonna have to go home. You got to find another shirt. He's like, nah, we just gonna show up. So we get there. Me, JD, are the only guys outside of the birthday boy that got in without getting hit with no extra stuff. Los paid like $20 extra to get in. The rest of the guys, two of them actually got sent back to the hotel.
What?
Yeah, because like I said, throwback jerseys. This ain't 2005. Like, you can't.
Yo, give me 2 per. Hey, yo, I'm coming in the club. Yo, hey, what's good?
I was like, bro, you look like you finna Harlem shake your way in there. This ain't gonna work out. And what was even funnier is, like, one of them, like, both of them left. The guys that, like, just straight up couldn't get in.
What year
like,
was he from?
I don't know. They both look my age, at least.
I'm just like, he came into the club with throwback jerseys. I'm just like, what year was he from? When are you from, sir?
I was like, why is he wearing this? I was like, this don't make no sense. And like 2 of them, they went back to the hotel. Only one of them came back because he found a shirt. And I'm like, found a shirt.
Found a shirt.
I'm like, you sure there ain't nobody t-shirt or somebody else just happened to leave something at the hotel? I don't know. Like, but I was just like, nah, man, dress code, bro. Like, get that right, or you're just gonna get hit with that crap at the door. Like,
that's why you need friends with similar body shapes,
so
you can wear their clothes. This is not even my shirt. This is my friend's shirt. She in Philadelphia right now. I just happen to throw it on. That's why you need friends with similar. She don't even have similar body shape. We just like similar shit, and we buy shit, and if it fits similarly, like, so that way if something happens, you can.
Listen, or you just need some friends who got some goddamn sense. Just like,
there you go.
Let's be real. One is easier to find than the other.
Definitely. But also, like, but I mean, she knows when it comes to me. If you're gonna head out with me, you dress in a certain way.
These men's being damn suspenders on a Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
We was out last summertime in the daytime. We was around Yards Park. You remember that? I was wearing like a crop top. I was out here looking sexy. I barely had on clothes. My ass was out. My friend Stacy came around. And then you were in a full-on dress shirt, suspenders, pants, like slacks, and dress shoes. We was walking around. Dudes like, I like your outfit, man. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because suspenders do the right thing.
We
they
drinking
hold everything up. You get to walk like you don't give a fuck. Like,
we drinking out of plastic cups.
I ain't give a damn.
I see.
I mean, but I used to dress like that all the time. I mean, now I'm lazy. But yeah, no. Especially if you were me. You a guy and you were me. Like, nah, go ahead. Take them little Vans off. I like Vans. This ain't it. Take them off. They got a hole in them. Put on them, what's them? What them monk straps? Let me stop.
Oh my God.
But, yeah, no, dress right. But that was something that was kind of drilled into me when I was in Florida and I was in that band. All we did every time we went to perform, we always dressed up. It's
like you was in a speakeasy. I seen them photos. All y'all look like y'all. The police will come in and knock down this place at any given point in time because they're selling alcohol.
What? I'm confused.
Y'all all look like y'all was about to bust out into the Charleston.
Well,
somebody need an upright bass. A boom, doom, doom.
The theme was like 50s, 60s. That's just what the guy was into. Like Ty was into. That was his aesthetic. I'm like, hey, whatever. Go ahead, give me that pork pie hat. All right, cool. What else I need? A bow tie? Oh Lord.
It's them bow ties for me. I'm so sorry. I like bow ties. I'm not against the bow tie.
I like them. I can't wear them.
Yeah,
I can't wear them.
It's very Nation of Islam-y. Every time I see somebody in a bow tie, if you are not at a black tie event, I feel like you about to say something real conservative.
And you got to be coming at me like this. Every word.
Yeah, love, brother, all love. Marriage is between a man and a woman. All right, have a good day. It's just like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's fine.
How did we get here?
Didn't know I was going to get there with you, but all right. Let's see.
Speaking of get here, so yesterday, it's annoying. I know that I'm saying this. I'm just gonna say it. So yesterday was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and people were talking about like never forget and all this stuff. And it's just weird to think that was 20 years ago, because I remember 9/11. I was like, not to be like, I remember 9/11, but it's like, I remember I was at school, and I went to school in DC. I'm from DC. So it was a very scary time. I couldn't get in touch with my mom for hours. Didn't know where she was. She couldn't get home. It was also my parents' wedding anniversary because they got married on 9/11. And it was just, it's weird to think that the concept of time is just so crazy that was 20 years ago.
Wow. I get it too. And it's funny because I'm not from this area. I live in Nashville. So the way it affected me affected everyone else who were from this area differently. Like I remember just going to school and I'm just like, I'm in homeroom. My teacher's just like, everybody sit down. We're just going to watch TV. And I'm just like, what are those buildings and what's going on? Like a plane hit the building. Then they said something about the Pentagon. And I was so confused. I didn't know if the Pentagon was in New York because it's like, wait, everything's happening in New York. There's like, no, the Pentagon is in DC. And I'm just like, okay, like this is really happening. So I can just imagine, like, you know, being from this area and then, you know, all of the taking place.
We had a fire drill that day. It was terrifying. Like, we were outside for a fire drill. We ran outside for the fire drill. I think at this particular time for the fire drill, I just so happened to have been in the bathroom. I was taking a pee-pee. And it was really scary because then we go outside, and by the time we go outside, we're like ushered back in really quickly. And normally, like, fire drills don't do that. Like, they wait to make sure everybody's counted, all their kids, blah, 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 and everybody's in line, and then you go inside. Everybody just went inside. They were like, go inside, go inside. And our principal gets on the intercom. I don't think he should have said this. He was an old man. And I think he was just really intense. Everybody had a lot of emotions back then. It was very, like, a lot of things, like, people were in shock, you know? And so he took his, like, time to get everybody in. And then he was, like, got on the intercom and was like, everybody put on their TVs. Because this is the time where, you know, schools had TVs in every classroom. So everybody turned on their TVs. And he's like, turn on the news. And then my man said, this is what happens when you don't properly follow fire drills.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right thing to say.
And I remember just being like, what's going on? Like, what do you mean? And I didn't know what was going on. And then we turn on the TV and we see what's happening. And my teacher is just in shock. Like, and he was like a big dude, like a 6'5" man, like 200 pounds, like real, like, chill guy. And I had just never seen him like this. He was so emotional. He was in shock. He was covering his mouth. He's trying not to cry. And he just kept saying, oh my God. Oh my God. And then our parents, like, people's parents started picking them up. My grandmother showed up. And it was like a quiet ride on the way home. And it was a scary time. It's a scary time. And then, like, fast forward 2 years later, you know, when the war in Iraq started, and, like, they started doing, like, live footage and stuff from, like, being out there. And I just remember being in school, me and my cousins being terrified. Absolutely terrified. And it's crazy to think that all of that was, like, our childhood. That was 20 freaking years ago.
I definitely get that. I remember on that day, on 9/11, like, I just remember they took us all, because I went to a private school, they took us all to this assembly room. And I was like, what, is everybody finna play basketball? What's going on here? And, like, the teachers were just looking like, all right. It's like almost no one knew how to break it to anybody, right? So it was more like the adults were talking amongst themselves and just telling the children to, like, just, you know, be calm. Everything will be all right. And then, like you said, everybody's parents started coming. And I'm like, okay, what happened? I forgot what teacher actually told me specifically, but they were just like, yeah, bad things, and then just listed off what was happening. And I was like, two things. Do I have to worry about my mother? I literally remember saying that. I was like, do I have to worry about my mother? She didn't work at the Pentagon, but it was just like,
I had a cousin that worked at the Pentagon.
Because all I was thinking, now I did have family at the Pentagon.
She just happened to be off that day.
I had a relative that was on the other side. They got transferred to the other side right before that happened. And I was like, whoa. But I was like, do I have to worry about my mother? Like, are there any other things going on? I'm like, if something happened to the Pentagon and something happened to another building, is it happening other places? That's all I was thinking about. Is it continuously happening? I'm like, is it happening? Do I have to worry about my mother? Do I have to worry about my mother? That's like the only thing I had on my head. And then, of course, my mother calls the school. Yeah, I'm coming. I seen a little bit, T. Oh, all right. I just felt better, like, at the moment.
I feel you. I thought my mom was dead. I was terrified. I hadn't heard from her. I was calling her phone at work. I was calling her cell phone. Like, I could not get in touch with my mom. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was in 4th grade. That's your parents are your world at that point. So it's just like, what the hell's gonna happen? So, and I knew it was my parents' wedding anniversary because, like, I really love my parents. I'm the type of kid that would, like, when Glenn Hollis used to be on the radio, I used to, like, call him and, like, send requests to my parents. Be, like, sending them songs about my first love and shit like that because I'm a weird bitch. But I really was, like, scared. And so, finally, hours later, she found her way. And we're from Southeast. Like, we were across the bridge, Southeast, Anacostia. That's away from everything in the city. And I was just, like, had no way of getting in touch with her, and then finally she managed to show up. She showed up to the house, and she has said, like, she was out at a McDonald's at one point in time, I think, with some pregnant lady who was trying to pee. It was a lot going on. Like, everybody was just like, the world, like, I don't know about the rest of America, but the world in DC and the world in New York City just kind of froze, and I don't think anybody knew what to do or how to react. And it's just, it feels like it wasn't so long ago, but also it does. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Well, it definitely does. Like, to me, I'm just like, man, that was a while ago, because my oldest nephew, it's like, yo, he wasn't alive. So
my cousin was born that year.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, what was he, 19 now? Whatever.
Oh, damn.
Man, I be forgetting. He's forever.
2001, guys. 2001.
Huh.
Dude, like, he's forever 12 in my head until I see him. All right, stop growing. Stop getting tall. Stop it.
Boy, bye.
But no, either way, I'm like, yo, he wasn't alive back then. So I'm like, wow, that was a while ago. But to me, I'm like, I feel like it was a couple. You know?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know. Life's been doing that thing lately where just things that feel so close to you that seem so near in time they're just so far away. I feel like the pandemic kind of just like.
Oh, the pandemic definitely made time move different.
It skewed the concept.
But it's just like, it's part of getting older as well. You know, it is a part of getting older.
Shut up.
No, man, because, listen, my boss the other day, we had a meeting, and he had the nerve to mention, because he was talking about the president, but he was like Reagan or something like that. And I was like, Reagan? I'm like, boss, you all right? I was like, no, other chat room, you all right? He was like, well, what's wrong? What did I say? I'm like, you just mentioned Reagan. Reagan ain't in office.
I don't even think I was born during that time.
Yeah, I wasn't alive.
None of us were alive.
Like, boss, all right? I'm like, I don't know if we sound like your old coworkers, but
I don't know about y'all. I definitely was not alive. Y'all older than me. I'm a baby.
I wasn't there during the Reagan administration.
So yesterday definitely was the 20th year, and it made me like just think back of what was going on and stuff. And then it's like unfortunate because like September 11th is a traumatic day for me just from those memories, and because I dated a narcissist, and that's his birthday too.
Well, you dated a Virgo, so that is where you went wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Virgo men.
Yeah.
You're not a Virgo, are you?
Hell no.
Good, yeah.
Virgo. He is a Taurus.
Oh, okay, you're good.
See?
No, I'm angry all the time and I'm stubborn.
You're just slightly stubborn, but you're in your ways and stuff. But you're a people person, so people enjoy being around you.
I ain't no people person.
You say that.
I don't know what your moon is. I don't know what your moon sign is.
He's a people person. People love him. Every time we go somewhere, hey, man, you fucking hot. Listen.
Well, just because people love me doesn't mean I'm a people person.
It's okay.
Like, I have...
Okay, you're personable. People like you, but that doesn't make you a people person. But, like, you don't have to be a people person to be personable.
No, I'm just silly.
But Virgos is awful, so...
They are awful.
Yeah, I dated one of them.
See? You with them now?
No.
Exactly. I don't know no Virgo in a relationship. Ooh, stream is acting a mess.
It is what it is.
You
We're good.
that?
We're good, though. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they heard us talk about stuff they want to... YouTube be doing that, you know. They be like, oh, you talk about some things?
Bonk.
Can't demonetize you.
That is funny because, like, I don't have any Virgo friends in relationships except for Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce's my friend, but I'm just messing with you. But like when I think about it, it's just like you're right. But I think that's because they're like they just feel like they're perfect I love my Virgos, but they feel like they're perfect. They're very picky. They judge you and they hold on to grudges where it has no relation to you, but you're still holding on to it.
Yep.
Like the Virgo that I dated, he's just so mad because like guys like my pictures and people like my music and I'm likable. So he's just like, oh, you're doing so much for the gram. I have not posted a twerk video. Like I could have an OnlyFans and make a whole bunch of money, but I'm not doing that. I'm out here just being my sweet self.
I mean, that's insecurity at its finest, though. It's like, hold on, real quick. It's like if I'm just gonna say this: I don't understand how someone could be mad at people liking a partner of theirs photos. It's like, well, do you think your partner's attractive?
But they have low self-esteem.
Well, yeah, but it's just like, do you think your partner's attractive? Yeah. Do you think that other people don't think your partner's attractive? No. Why would you think they wouldn't react a specific way?
Because that's mine.
All right. So you're a possessive idiot. Okay, we're gonna
But back to Virgo slander though.
Virgo slander.
It's Virgo energy because like while we were in our breakup, this guy literally told me, I'm gonna tell y'all this because this sounds crazy. So I know him for like 8 years. And like if people who know me personally, like I get stomach viruses all the time. I'm always sick. Like I'm always sick. This is as long as I haven't been sick, but I'm always sick. I'm always in somebody's hospital trying to get better. But for some reason, for 8 years, this man thought every time I told him I was in the hospital, I was out cheating with other men. Never came and visit me. It would never make sure I'm okay. But apparently I was cheating and I was having sex with all these men. And he tried to twist my words to make it seem like you said that you were seeing other guys. I'm like, I never said that. I never said I was seeing guys when I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm in the hospital. And then when I met up with him to see if things were going to make it work, he told me, okay, things will work if you stop lying about you being in the hospital. That you were seeing other guys. I'm just like, why do I have to admit this? And even if I was, let's just say I wasn't your girl. You didn't wife me up. You didn't make me your girlfriend. So why are you so upset? But he was just a narcissist having sex with other people on the low. Like I found earrings at his place. He was just doing whatever. So it's just like you're a crazy narcissist.
I mean, sound like a narcissist, yes.
I found a whole used strap on in my freaking house.
I found a whole bitch on Facebook with my nigga kissing.
Yeah, that was something.
That was her profile picture and everything. This nigga was out here trying to come inside of me and get me pregnant and then went to her house a week later to celebrate her birthday. I said, you crazy, nigga.
When she showed me that, because I was still back in the at Colebrook at the time. Yeah, like
this dirty nigga.
She showed me that. I
just know about it because I know.
Dude, I looked at that and I was like, all right, he just broke dirty nigga rule number 1. Like
it wasn't even just like a picture. It's like she's tagging him in shit. That's her profile picture.
My whole thing is like, it's not he's not even hiding it. He ain't even looking at the camera like, oh shit, I'm on it. He just totally in it. And I'm just, yo, son, you don't.
Well, when you a slave and you got a sponsor, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But homeboy was definitely over here. Both of us Pisces, he over here in my face. I love you, driving me around, crying and shit, trying to get me to get back together with him. And then he talking to this bitch. I'm just like, huh?
I'm not trying to give nobody cheating advice, but
I couldn't
on Facebook. He went on a family trip and met this bitch on the family trip to Florida.
This is public? Like, do you know this is public? I'm not trying to give people cheating advice, but if you're going to have a picture like that, at least do this.
Don't be in it. Or at least don't be dumb enough to like both of y'all. Everybody can look up anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Like this is on the internet and it's public.
I sent that shit to his friends because he was like, she's just a hoe, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, does this look like a hoe? Or does this look like a relationship? Because that shit is on the main. That's a relationship on main. My man got so mad. He came to my house and tried to fight me.
Can't do nothing but fight yourself. It's just like it's there on Facebook. It was
fine.
Profile picture. It's the profile and the background. And the background.
It's not like he ain't know that was up. It's like, dog.
It's tagged. It said this you. Like
look like you. It's just like, oh no.
It's like, how you gonna act like? Here's the thing, right? If you're gonna be outwardly dirty,
Just be dirty. Don't pretend like you're not dirty.
Just be outwardly dirty, and that's it. You don't have to hide that. And then when you get caught, when that's like, that ain't even getting caught. That's just there. Like,
but the narcissist aspect of it all is like, okay,
you're mad at me and I'm mad at you because you have the nerve to be upset that I did this shit to you. Like,
no, it's like you did it to yourself. That was a whole it's your fault. It's like, huh?
Man. See, when I was dealing with a person like that, like, I realized that I was acting in a way that was just like, I shouldn't have to do this. Because after a while, when you have a person who is just that used to disrespecting you, and like they have this idea of how the world should work in their head, and then they come to you and you're just like, I need you to admit three things to me. You're either a narcissist, you just straight up don't respect me, which is, you know, a part of being a narcissist, or you're the dumbest human being on planet Earth, and I need you to admit that right now before I'm not going to say any other things.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know what's something about narcissists that I notice? A lot of the narcissists that I deal with or I run into, they don't brush their teeth every day. What's that about?
I don't know.
I'm like, not even just one. Like, every teeth. I'm just like, yo,
just
bro.
Wake up and be like, I'm good.
Like, mouthwash for, like, okay, like 3 days in a row?
Hey, homie, you gonna
brush them? You not gonna brush them?
You gonna brush them joints? No, I'm all right. Bro, you
gonna wash them pants? No. No.
You just ate chitlins. Look, no.
Lining in the underwear, just no elasticity, but you killing it. Best in the game to ever do it.
Oh. Yeah.
Get him, King.
Yeah, no. Screw narcissism. And all that other stuff. I'm gonna stop because I will go on a rage, and I don't need to do that right now. I'm over it.
I know you're trying to steer away from the Zodiac. I know you don't like to talk about the Zodiac.
No, I don't care. I actually don't care.
Okay, but we all got to say the Virgos, like, I have some really cool Virgo girlfriends, but they aren't in a relationship. They about their hustle, though. They about their hustle.
Virgos will focus on everything but their own personal, spiritual, and mental growth. They'll focus on a project. They focus on getting money. They focus on achieving something. Focus on manipulating somebody. Can control something. Make them perfect. But never self-assessment or introspection. I don't know why.
I hope it changes one day.
I think it depends on the placements. You know what I'm saying? There's some cool Virgos out there with some earth placements and shit. But like that air shit,
Or the toxic chick, because there's some toxic Virgos.
Yeah, it's a lot of toxic. I think air signs are just, I'm sorry, most air signs are just inherently toxic.
What? Air sign?
Toxic,
slightly toxic, but my other Gemini, like, I don't want to be toxic, but I can be toxic if you get me there. Like, I don't have to.
I mean,
but don't you got us?
I mean, from that perspective, my older brother's a Gemini, so I don't know, he's kind of nuts.
Your oldest?
No.
Oh.
Juan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You see how he's like real cool?
Yeah, I barely hear him
There's
speak.
a whole nother side of that man. It's very strange. Whole nother side of that man.
It depends if they're a June Gemini or a May Gemini. May Geminis are more mellow. The June Geminis are hella crazy.
Juan is May.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, I'm a May Gemini, so we kind of balance it out. So people don't really know that much because, like, we kind of bounced out. It's some June Geminis. Like, Kanye's a June Gemini.
Oof.
Trump is a June Gemini.
Well,
my first boyfriend was a May Gemini, and he was chill, but he was off the damn hinges. That nigga was crazy. He'll talk to you in a calm voice. He never raised his voice, but he would get high across the street to school. Like, it's like, okay, it's a lot. Or like steals from CVS or get into a fight. And like, it's like, okay. But your tone is so calm.
you make me think like before he got in those fights, like he was just being calm. Yeah, so you want to go into fisticuffs, you bitch ass.
Well, because he's like a white kid that would hang around a bunch of black people, so he was not saying it good. But like people were all, people try to try you and stuff, and you gotta stay in ground. But he was Russian, so he wasn't playing them games.
Oh nah, he's fine. Russians, I'm sorry. Like you can take it how you want. You can take it how you want to internet. Russians are a different type of white people.
Oh yeah,
like that's a different cloth. Don't be messing with them Russians.
Their poetry be different.
They strong as hell.
The way they look at love is different. They made of steel.
You ever wrestle with a Russian dude? They make you think you a baby. You like, I'm like, where all this scrimp come from? This ain't
Scrimp.
strength. This scrimp. That's farm boy strength. Like that ain't. You 12, sir.
If he dies, he dies.
Lord. They gave you growth hormone when you was 2. Like
Ridiculous.
But yeah.
You all right over there?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, he's getting a little antsy.
Antsy.
Oh shit! You know what I just realized?
What's up?
What time is it? It's 3:17.
Mhm.
Okay, we're fine. Everybody, like, I got a show at the DC Improv, so gotta make sure I get myself together for that. Oh, stop it! Only if they pay me. Speaking of which, how do you feel about? I really want to know this. How do you feel about, as an artist, as a singer, coming up and stuff, about gigs in general? Do you only do paid gigs now? Were you at a point where you like weren't getting paid and then you started getting paid? Like how do you feel about that? Like, what are you up to as far as gig preference?
Well, with gig preference, I feel like when I first started, of course, it was all about building my platform and like my network. So, I did a whole bunch of shows that were, weren't paid so that people can kind of see me. They can kind of get to know who I am and hear my flow. And then I started getting paid in the long run. It was like, okay, I'm starting to get a few gigs, people are paying me here and there. And now I'm at the point where I will not do a gig unless I'm getting paid. And the reason being is because I actually have a minor in music. So I have 6 years of classical vocal training. I've taken music theory, piano 1, piano 2, introduction to music, business, music technology. I'm still paying Sally Mae. So pay me my coins. And I'm not discrediting any artist that had to, learn self-taught. That's fine. Absolutely. But I believe everybody needs to read a book. Somebody needs to understand some music theory, because if technology was the fuck up, what you gonna do? You better grab you a piece of paper and be able to make a freaking staff and do some sheet music or whatever. Like, I was able to do that. So I'm very versatile. So pay me.
I completely understand that. And no, hell yeah, no, baby.
So pay me. If I don't get opportunities where, like, I'm getting a platform to be paid, I use my platform, my Instagram, to bring people towards me. So
there you go. Like, see, here's the thing. Especially in the music game, right? I take it very personally if I'm going to be doing a gig, and specifically with my project, if I'm doing a gig and it's not like, say, MagFest or something, that's like a passion thing for me, because it's nerd shit. I get to be around all my friends, and I know it's going to be a big crowd anyway. But if it's some other place where I'm like, okay, you're going to tell me not only am I the entertainment, I'm the promotion, I'm doing multiple jobs that other people should do. The most you made was a crap flyer. If you did that, I get it, you facilitated, but I really could have stayed at home and streamed this freaking shit. No, you're going to pay me. Why? Because my drummer has, I don't know how many dollars worth of equipment that he's bringing. I have this much that I'm bringing. And also it took me an hour to get here.
Yeah.
No, like I'm not coming here for nothing.
Whew.
Like,
your girl used to get paid $0 to go to work. I used to go to this place called Summers back in like my first year of comedy, and I would do like their open mics on Fridays. And after like a couple open mics, because the guy Amir really liked my energy and stuff, he was like paying me to come host sometimes. But my first year of comedy, a bitch was literally getting paid in alcohol.
Drink tickets.
Not even drink tickets. It was like, you get 2 free beers. Like, I was at the Pinch in the basement, and he's like, you get 2 beers. That was what you got paid.
I know what the Pinch was about. I played shows at the Pinch, and they definitely gave me like a whiskey sour and a Bud Light once, and I was like, all right.
Well, I drank beer. It was 2 drinks, but it was just like, like for a whole year of comedy. Well, not a whole year. There was like stuff that I was getting paid for because I was doing hosting stuff, but I was not getting paid to do gigs.
Yeah.
Unless I was drinking. I was definitely drinking, because I was like, well, if that's when we get paid, bitch, I'm gonna spend that coin, spend that beer.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, I put so much into doing that, before I even perform. Like, you see what I do with the promotional videos and all this other stuff, and like even to the point where the venues themselves, like will repost this stuff and they're like, oh wait, are you the promoter? It's like, no, I'm not. The promoter's not doing anything. So I'm gonna need something. Like I just can't. I can't do that anymore. Also, maybe it's because I don't have that. I'm gonna say this. It's like I'm through the butterfly phase when it comes to performing or anything like that, right? Like
what's
when
the
when
butterfly phase?
I mean, when you're starting, like you say, you want to build your platform. That's number one. But number two, you're happy you there at all. Like you're happy you're doing anything. I get to be on the stage, man. People gonna be here. It's one old dude in the bar in the back looking like, go ahead, Sonny. And you're like, yeah. And you're happy you did it. And you can say, we performed. These days, I'm like, I could be cooking a steak right now.
Or I'd rather not, especially like showcases where it's like as an artist you have to pay to be a part of that.
Oh
hell
no. No, I would never understand that concept.
Let me tell you something.
Don't understand.
I went through that enough in the when I was in high school playing in go-go bands. You go up there, they'd be like, "Oh, we gotta pay the sound man." Pay him what? I'm like, "Oh no,
pay the sound
I ain't coming
man.
outside." Like no, like it was never paid to sound man for real. Like first of all, screw that. Like somebody else was getting off on bands, like making them pay to perform. That's just what it was.
But where did the concept of this even come from?
Well, the idea is, oh well, I gave you the opportunity to perform. All right, well that's nice. I don't care. Especially in this age of the internet, you know? Especially in the age of the internet where I have literally access to the world, period. People go viral every single day. You will not try that on me. You know,
somebody did that to me during the pandemic last year during Zoom shows. Somebody was like, yeah, like we really want you to be on the show. We're gonna have you on the show, blah blah. And then the night of the show is like, yeah, so to get the Zoom link, it's Venmo such and such $5.
Nope.
I was like, okay, well, I'm already here, so I'm gonna do it, I guess. But like, I'm never gonna do this again because first of all, it's a Zoom show. Why am I paying you to perform on a Zoom show?
You they donations.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
Donations.
And as somebody who ran my own comedy show on Zoom, I never made comedians pay. There was only one time where I had a situation with a comedian, and it was like they were like from a comedy group, a troupe from University of Maryland, and they were like, you know, 5 of us are going to be on the show. Is it possible we can do like a featuring thing? And I was like, how like. You can be like a feature or sponsor or whatever, and we'll put you on the flyer. However, like we do have to pay the artist, so it's gonna be like $5 from each of you. Thing. But then even still, I paid them at the end, and everybody made more money than they gave. Like, and it was just those 5 people. It was just because we like you were there. I had to like do a whole like featuring thing and like feature them on the flyer and all this other stuff. But it was
you're including their brand with yours.
Exactly.
That's a business deal.
That's different. And then also I still paid them. I wasn't gonna like I don't understand like the concept of like you put in no effort for this artist for them to bring their equipment up or look their music up or promote any flyers or anything. They're doing all that themselves and they still have to pay you.
For what? I want to know. I'll be like, nah, I need an itemized list of what's going on into this. Let me see this. Let me see the invoice. Ooh, that bullshit tax. Dude.
And it's super high. Some high ass bullshit tax.
Oh man, like I was told when I was in college, our manager. Well, she wasn't our manager. She was our. She just didn't want to be called our manager, but she was our manager. But she used to manage some cats that apparently paid to perform at some place in New York, but they paid what was it, $800 to $1,000 each
what?
out of their own pockets, and they were a duo in order to be in front of this group of people that might get them a record deal. Might.
That's some predatory shit.
And I bet they probably didn't get it. Not trying to be negative.
No, actually, no. The truth is no. I was like, I wish somebody would. Like, you hit me with a bill like that? Hell no.
You said 800 to 1,000.
I'm ready to chop off heads if somebody goes, yeah, man, I need you to run me 800. For what?
They do that all the time. Like recently, for the past like couple of weeks, I've been getting hit up by different celebrities. Like I woke up and Bow Wow was in my DMs, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Like Bow Wow was just like, hey, what's up, Bruce? Your way. And you know, I'm doing promo. You know, the lowest is like 300, but the highest is 6K. And I'm just like,
oh, that wasn't no damn Bow Wow. talking that shit.
It was somebody running his account. Could have been like,
I know. This is crazy. Y'all are wilding.
But no, people are doing that.
I know. People be using other celebrities' accounts. There was this dude that did that. It was a catfish episode. I don't know if you've seen that. Rich Dollars. This girl thought she was talking to Rich Dollars. It was his nephew.
So
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
so,
it's a whole episode.
Funny shit. But no, people. That's become a hustle. Just running people for the idea of getting on their platform.
Kiss my
that's
ass.
Literally a thing. Like that actually happened to who was it? It was a friend of my nephew's who was just like, yeah, this guy's gonna promote me on his page for like, I think he said like $2,000 or some shit like that. And I was like,
for $2,000, just buy followers. Fuck.
Yeah, well, I was like, well, for $2,000, you could literally run your own ad campaign. You could do so many other things.
You put that stuff on Facebook.
You could actually get your own gear. You don't have your own gear. Get your own gear. Like
Instagram will boost your stuff for way less money.
I will not. Like I will. What?
I'm not paying. I'm sorry. I don't have the money to pay to promote. And I'm not saying like that. That's not like a smart thing. I think it's very smart. I sometimes see like friends promotions and stuff roll over my Instagram, but nah, like I'm just like, I personally feel like if I'm that good, somebody gonna want to pay to promote me. I don't think I need to like, and I'm not gonna say I don't promote my stuff. Like I do. I'm out here, I'm networking, I'm promoting my things, I'm on the internet, I'm talking to people and stuff like that. But you want me to pay for the idea that maybe someone will see this and click on it.
Yeah. In the internet age where the average attention span is that of a rodent.
Exactly. This sounds like a scam. Like, and then they made TikToks and stuff to make everybody's attention spans be even shorter, to the point where I seen somebody say that they were sitting through a movie and the movie was an hour and a half and it was too long. And I was like, bitch, huh? You just want to watch TV then? I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make no sense. You definitely not going to be one of the people that click on this ad that I paid $30 for.
Nah, just figure it out. Do your research and strategize and just be consistent. Being consistent is one thing, and that's one of the main reasons why I brought up like how did the pandemic affect you, because I knew in the beginning when shows started getting canceled and people couldn't go to specific studios and stuff anymore initially, you know, it was like, well, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm like, okay, you're panicking. You're an artist. Just make art. Take your time and be consistent. That's it. Find another way to make this happen. If you're a rapper, man, well, now you got to really be a rapper. Go ahead and turn that phone on and just be like, all right, here's 8 bars, everybody. You know, do something. It was the people that stopped that saw nothing. They saw nothing. The people that kept moving it's like, yeah, it was kind of hard in the beginning, or kind of weird. Definitely kind of weird.
It was very weird.
But those are the people that, you know, something came from it. And it, like you said, it opened your mind. It opened a lot of people's minds. It made them a lot more not just aware, but sufficient. You know, when it came to me specifically, I told you before, Yusef and I, we were preparing for like live stream stuff well before the pandemic started. So when it did, it was like, oh man, we got green screen. We could do 3D stages, everything. We good. Like, let's go. But other people we knew, they were just freaked the heck out. And I'm like, oh, just dude, it's the internet. You have access to people. Just do something. Just do something. People are interested in other people who are doing something, whether it's something they feel like they can do or it's something they feel like they can't do. If you are just doing something, especially consistently, people will get attached. That's it. They're going to get attached. So.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And like, and you have to also invest in yourself, because once the pandemic happened, like, I wasn't going to anybody's studio to record. I already felt uncomfortable as a woman, because when I would go into the studio, I was never the type person to bring their posse. Like, you know, I ain't bringing a whole bunch of people into the studio. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me and by myself. So when I used to have those experiences, like, the producers were just really sexual. Like, I'll be in the studio recording, and be like, oh, well, I want you to sound like you making love, like you riding the dick or something.
Oh my God.
Why I gotta be I don't want to do that. So like, once the pandemic helped, like, I was still dating the narcissist, and ironically, he records different artists and stuff. So I invested in my own MacBook Pro. He helped me find like different setups and stuff, and he taught me how to record and mix and master my own music.
Oh wow.
So fuck him, but I appreciate him for giving me that knowledge. I always appreciate him for that because it's just like, damn, first of all, I was a star, but now you making me a super duper star where I can just record my own shit in the comfort of my home. God bless you.
That's called power right there. Because
So much power.
I know you feel it. Because I've been recording my shit my way by myself for years. I'm like, what's good?
I have
What's
a song
good?
on my EP that I recorded myself. And when I tell people that I record, they're like, yo, what studio you go to? I was like, I was at home. I recorded this myself.
No,
It's
you should start messing with people. Just start messing with people. Like I tell people anything. Like, hey man, where you record that, man? I was at Bonus Money Studios. You know what it is. Yeah,
Bonus
Money. Yeah, with a special producer diploma. You know.
Oh my God.
They're like, what? And I'm like, nah, it was at my house. I have an interface in my room. It's actually not that hard. Once you get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just doing stuff like that just open up the avenues to the point where, I'm working on new music now and I'm taking my time recording it from home. But this time I'm actually going to send it out to a guy that I know in California and he's going to mix and master it for me. Mm-hmm. So my goal is just get the vocals down. He going to mix and master it for me so I can release it. I'm going to be working on like a music video soon. So I will be looking for a leading guy because this is going to be like my first music video ever. And I do want a leading guy. And it's going to be a paid position. I'm going to pay this person because we got to make it look real. I want people to see this video and you got to look like my love interest. We got to look like we're together. And I don't even care if you have a relationship, you're married, whatever. This is all business. You better act like we're together. You better invite your girlfriend, your wife here and tell them to amp you up. Like, this don't look real. Y'all need to look like y'all together.
Oh my God.
Like, for real, I don't care. It's just like, she can come. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a home wrecker. She can come support your boo, but make it look like he's doing his job that I'm paying for. If I'm giving you money, you better look like you love me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, we can't. No, I'm sorry.
No,
we got to stop this narrative. I gotta rewind.
You know I'm gonna go left.
If I'm paying you, better look like you love me.
Better look like you love me.
This sounds like escorting.
Like, we ain't got to be kissing. You don't have to be rubbed up on me sexually, but look like you have interest in me because I'm all about sensuality. Mm-hmm. So I want you, put your hand on my shoulder, look like you're into me, like we together.
Girl, you want an escort? You want a professional date? It's niggas in Japan getting paid for that.
I would love that job.
I seen it. It's a dude. Everything in his house is from a woman. All his house, his Rolexes, his suits, everything gifts. They just pay him to come out there and look like they want him. It's a professional boyfriend. He just come out here and dating people.
A boyfriend.
Yeah.
Get your ass out there and you play your motherfucking part.
And she said, I pay you this money, so you better look like you love it, damn it. And he go,
come on, baby.
My waifu. Like, Nani? Let me hit up the professional boyfriend from Japan so he can be in your video.
But if he's too expensive, I don't want him because I'm only trying to pay like $100.
Just give him some gifts.
Oh, that's easy. That's real easy. You know how many guys be like, I get $100? Shoot.
I do it for $75 and a pee touch.
This is like, I just want just $100. I only need it for 2 different scenes because the video's about me and about my sensuality. Mm-hmm. But I need just somebody as a slight extra. Like, don't take my shine, but just look like you're my love interest. But it's all about me.
I got the perfect dude.
Give me a description.
Nah, I know exactly.
I got some guys.
I know exactly who.
He has to be honest.
Oh my!
I got the perfect one. I got the perfect guy.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, perfect. I got the perfect dude for you.
And he can act. And he can model.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold up. He's a horseman too.
And he's been on this show. Yeah.
But that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for a guy. Like, he has to be chocolate though. I want like. Is he light skinned?
Yeah.
Very.
But he real pretty though.
So pretty. Okay, maybe
he's real pretty. He's a real cool dude.
Some chocolate love. Like,
I got chocolate, man.
He want chocolate love.
Okay.
How tall you need him to be?
No. I'm advocating for my man's because like he's the most pro chocolate love person I've ever seen in my whole life.
Well, yes,
all he ever want to do is be beautiful and touch a beautiful black lady and be nice and like be an artist. He got a lot of and he's really talented. He plays piano and stuff. The kid is great. Yeah. See, don't chocolate my ass. Let's be open. We inclusive over here.
Okay.
Like. He got sideburns and everything.
Yeah, you say that to Jay Diggs.
Okay, does he have dreads?
No, he's got a nice little short little haircut.
Just cut his hair.
Just cut his hair.
His hair was long, and then he just went, nope, screw it.
Okay.
He saw me cut my hair, and then he got all impulsive, and he cut his hair.
Well,
He did immediately.
in a business transaction, because this is all business, but I want him to.
Oh, he has a lady. He has a lady.
But he's very professional.
Yeah.
He's filling the bill, okay, except for the chocolate part.
Okay.
And if you need chocolate, I can find him. Trust me, I got him. How tall you need him to be? About 6'4"?
6. Ooh, I didn't think about that.
I'm about to say.
She's tall. She's probably want like somebody at least 6 feet.
Okay, I mean that's
It's
no
a
problem.
music video.
I got them.
Yeah, but it's a music video.
You need to be like Tyler Perry style, where they're like completely hard bodied. Like what you need?
I guess if you 5'2", you could just get a 5'7" nigga and put him on some angles and just.
I like his body to be nice and fit because I have a nice body, so I want our bodies to kind of match.
I got you.
It would be nice if they were chocolate.
I'm about to call that dude from that McDonald's commercial with the chicken nuggets.
What?
Girl, you got a 10-piece now. Don't be stingy.
Oh yeah, we just saw that the other day. Oh my god,
That was a classic.
It had been
I'm
like
looking
10
for somebody
years
now.
since I saw that. I'm like, why is this on? Oh my goodness, but okay, no, okay,
Yo.
we got good descriptions.
Yeah, just like love interest on camera, because
Oh, wow.
anything like that. It's all for the show. It's all.
I gotta find-
100%.
I'm like, look, I'm like going through my phone, like, who do I know? Do I know anybody?
I got a few guys that can work. I'll be like, hey, look, I got a job for you, music video. You got to be the guy. And they're gonna be like, okay.
It's a lot of guys.
Yes, they have to be shirtless. Be comfortable being shirtless.
I mean, I train in an MMA gym. I got a bunch of guys like
There's
that.
a lot of dudes like that. It's a lot of dudes out here like that. I just
Yeah.
feel like there should be one person in particular that should be in a video. He'd be good
What,
in the video.
Bradley?
Yes, I'm biased.
Bradley also skinny is I know what.
But he's a good-looking young man. Just put a shirt on him and open
He's
just put a
cute in the
collar
face.
shirt on him and open the first 3 buttons, and you good.
As a young
That
man.
was one thing, but another thing, like we gotta be sitting on my bed. They gotta have no shirt on with like some boxer briefs.
He'd be fine. He'd be fine. Fix it in post. He'd be all right.
Fix it in post.
Yeah.
Hold up. So like he sits on the bed all regular, but in post like he's just jacked.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you do that? Like,
Get a stand-in. All right, bring the stand-in.
Oh god.
oh no.
And then it'd be some big dude, and he's like, you just see this big, buff, rippling body from behind, and then they do the front angle, and it's Brad.
Brad does not look like he's supposed to be jacked. He does not look like he's supposed to be
it would be weird
jacked.
if he was jacked, but he is a little pretty young man. He got them eyes that be looking at you like, oh yeah, girl, you the only woman in the room.
Like he always, yeah, he does have.
Yeah.
That.
So I'm biased.
Calm down.
I should be the casting director. Is all I'm saying for this video. I want to cast.
I'm open as long as his girlfriend is okay with the acting, because it's not like that. Because I'm
Of
paying.
course.
It's just like, and I don't pay for sex. So if I'm giving you money, you're not about to do anything with me.
Oh no, it's not that kind of party.
No, I'm just saying that everything's cool. So it would only be professional. Because at the end of the day, whoever I'm paying, I would never have sex with them. Because who pays for sex? No, not me. Well, not me.
It's people
I
out here.
don't, but,
it's a safe space. I don't, but it's a safe space. You don't want to shame anybody. Also, as somebody who is out here providing a service to the community, I cannot I cannot sit here in good faith and condemn my customers. So
I know people paying for it. Like,
I ain't selling IRL pussy, but I mean, come on now. I can't be out here being like, yeah, who's paying for that shit? Niggas paying my phone bill. Like,
send the cash app. Cha-ching, come drop this dick off.
Somebody asked me one time though. They were like, if I give you this money, can we fuck? And I was like, no, we can't.
Wow.
Not doing that. Not at all. Especially nope, not doing that. My standards are extremely high now because unfortunately I ended up turning 30 during the pandemic rim. So I still feel 29, but I'm actually 31 because since the pandemic is going on, I haven't been able to celebrate 30 or anything. So I'm 31. However, my standards are super duper high. Right now, I'm in the comfort of my own place. I have my own career. I'm also an artist. I have a small business. I drive my own car. I pay my bills. So when it comes to me dating, you got to have more than me or the same level as me. So I'm only dating guys. This is just me. I'm only dating guys who own homes, who can make me better. Because since I'm so airy, I need somebody that's solid. Because I could just up and move. I could quit a job in a heartbeat. I can be a singer one day and be a ballerina the next day. That's
but I think that's just artist brain, because that sounds like me.
Exactly. Like
I'd be doing it.
But I like being with like solid people. So I've been dating, and these guys have been pretty solid, where they can teach me how to up my credit, or they can, just offer some level space with me because I'm just so airy. It's just like, I don't be, So I'm not paying for no sex.
Yeah,
no.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. You described a lot of like dudes that like there are dudes out here that making like doing the same kind of thing. I mean women too. I've seen it. Like I feel like when dating and paying for sex, I think are a little bit different. Like I make this joke because I saw this movie, the Four Brothers. It was in Four Brothers when they was like they hired the killers or whatever. And he was like, I told you to hire out of town killers. He was like, you don't pay a hoe to fuck you, you pay her to leave. And it's just like when people are paying for sex at that point, I don't think it's like, it's one thing to like pay for a date, like an escorting thing. It's another thing to specifically pay for sex. Like I don't consider, if you're paying somebody for sex, you're not dating that person. I don't think. I mean, some people might be different. Yeah, like I think personally, like if you're paying for like a date, like okay, we're gonna go out and I just want somebody like pretty on my arm. I'll pay for dinner. We have a conversation. I don't want to be lonely, and then like we go our separate ways at the end of the night. But like I pay you, yeah, like that's paying for a date. Like you're dating somebody is in the sense that sometimes you call them to go out and they know this arrangement versus, hey, come make my dick wet, here's $50. Like it's just, I'm not dating you. Like
Listen, I get it. And there's guys out there, like I'm not gonna say any names, but I've definitely had somebody hit me up and ask me to be their OnlyFans, like personal OnlyFans. I thought about it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still thinking about it because I'm still technically single and wait till like I get like engaged or married. But I've had a guy who offered me $10 a video.
Oh girl, that's low, girl. Go up. I said my video
hold
started.
On, this personal.
I was gonna say my video started at 40.
At 40 for like 30 seconds?
Yes. Sometimes if it's less than 30 seconds, I'll go down to like 15. But if I'm making a video, first of all, I don't know if y'all realize you gotta get the angles right. You gotta make sure the light is right. You gotta make sure you don't got no lint on your ass or nothing like that. You gotta look good. You gotta make sure it's from the perfect behind. Niggas be like, somebody just said, can I get a video of you directly from behind, like twerking with no panties on? It's like, sir, that's a lot. You just said a lot of words. So yeah, it's gonna run you a minimum of $40. Like, That's work. That's labor. That's time. 30 seconds or not. Because the thing is, I sent you a 30-second video. You don't know how many times I shook my ass for 30 seconds to make sure it looked right. Make sure there wasn't no lint on my ass. And then every time you watch it, I'm perfectionist when it comes to shit like that. So I'm like, oh, damn. I ain't know that was like a scar on the side of my leg right there. And now I don't like that angle. And so I'm over here and I record shit about 4 times. Delete all them motherfuckers except for one. And so, yes, you were paying for the labor.
I understand that.
$40 minimum, $10 my ass.
Yeah, nah.
I thought about it though, just like, should I? But I was like, no, I don't want my videos to get posted out there in case somebody gets upset with me or they want to make money off of me.
That's illegal. They go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's revenge porn. They will go to prison. So if you want to go to jail for this pussy, you totally can, but you gonna pay for it one way or the other.
I know that's right.
And I'm gonna sue you for pain and suffering.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm gonna see you in court and then I'm gonna see you in prison.
You just defamed me. How could you? Show up to court with a neck brace. This wasn't a physical crime, but nah, man, no, for real, definitely.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, definitely.
And I got a smaller ass than you do. Come on, man, $10 a video.
But I didn't do it. But he literally just like, yeah, $10 video for like 30 seconds. I'm just like, $10 a video. I'm just like,
that is very low.
Oh.
Let me tell you something.
30 seconds. If you got $10, you don't got 30 seconds. You got 10 seconds. So I lift my butt cheek up and I make it do the jiggle thing and I send it to you and that's $10. But don't come over here at McDonald's asking for a meal when you only got enough money for an apple pie, sir. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, nah. I say $10. Heck no. I rapped on.
I'm
I did one of my
offended.
freaking. I did one of my little rap videos. I'm not a rapper by any means. I did one of my MMA rap videos and made a pretty substantial amount of money off the donations.
Oh damn, for real?
Yeah, you know them things be like 2 minutes. Like them things be like 2
I need to
minutes.
get like
so
you.
if I could do that off some corny lines, in my opinion, they corny lines. Butt cheeks cost more. I'm just saying that. You know, it's.
I got smaller titties and smaller ass than majority, if not all of my friends. So
Me too.
if I'm out here shaking tail for a minimum of $40, all I'm saying is, I mean, and everybody, you know, price your shit at what you want to price it at. Know your worth. I learned from my friends in like one of the top 0.069% of OnlyFans right now. And she's been hustling, and she was talking to me the other day. She's like, you know, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. She lost like 200 subscribers in a day, but then also she made like $15,000 in a month. And like, she was just like, whatever you think you are worth, people will pay it.
Yes.
And up that price.
Yes, because I forgot which fighter said this, but it's the truth. He's like, name your price, or they gonna name it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like
any of my videos longer than 30 seconds is $80.
Listen, I really need to humble myself because I have not got there, but I know if I would make so much fucking money.
Son,
I know I would make so much money. All I gotta do is twerk in my bathtub because I love my tub. So twerk in the bathtub and be sitting there singing like, oh yeah, like people are gonna love
money.
Yeah, and you'll find your audience. I will say though, starting out something like that is like it is not easy. Like I'm not no big time nothing. I'm just chilling, making like nice little side money or whatever. But you know, there's a lot that goes into it. Like my friend, she's got wigs and outfits, and there's lighting and there's angles. There's a lot that goes into
production.
It's a whole production. Like you are as good as your own creativity.
Some people don't know what goes into that. I have a friend who he had an associate who had an OnlyFans. Well, actually,
is this the one who was?
Who was what? Oh yeah. They
Okay.
was definitely they was definitely doing the dirty on camera. But he thought he was just gonna go up in there like, oh yeah, I just get to go over here and like get it in and leave. All right, cool. He said, man, I walked in there and I ain't never felt like I had more eyes on me in my life, but we were the only people in the room. He was like, there were lights everywhere. So often we had to cut and this, that, and the other. He was like, man, I took the whole shit away from me. Like I thought I was gonna experience something else. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's a job.
It's a job.
Like it's a job.
Sex work is work.
You thought you were just gonna come in, sweat on somebody, and leave? That's not how that was gonna work, sir. You were getting paid.
Yeah, you're not messing up my angles because you want to have a good time, sir. Also, you getting paid right now. You on the clock, bitch. You are extra, and I need you to be where I need you to be. Have you ever been on a production of a set? Extras. All right, we need them over here. Do this. You over there. Take that shirt off and put his shirt on. Okay, like stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, pull your dick out. All right, put it on my shoulder. Okay, now take it out. All right. Now, like,
I'm taking my stuff. Put it on the shoulder. Doink.
All right. Now put it back inside of me. Okay, now take it out and rub it between my big and my second toe. Okay, there you go.
Toe?
Yeah, like.
Hold on. What? This is oddly specific. Who's sponsoring this?
This is the thing. When you have fans and fans make requests, you got to fulfill them because they're paying. It's a job.
Yeah,
that's
the only reason why I can't do it, man. That's the only reason why I couldn't do it. I thought about like making an OnlyFans, but I'm like, it's going to be a very niche thing.
I don't have OnlyFans. I will say that. I don't have OnlyFans. I'm on a different platform.
Yeah.
Because like that stuff is just, I'm not fucking nobody on camera. That's intense. And if I'm gonna fuck somebody on camera, I don't know. I don't want to be paid for it. I just want to do it for my own enjoyment. Like that would be a passion project. I don't want to fuck on camera. Now I will say, you know, from ass cheeks apart, that's a job. Like I do that. Cause I don't want to fuck. I want to spray my ass cheeks apart.
I'll tell you one thing that I don't miss though. That one time that I actually was a cameraman for a porn. Like
oh
shoot.
my god.
Yeah, that was fun. That was just like, oh, this what y'all go through.
Y'all got fluffers.
Oh man, that is strange.
What even? Why do they call it fluffing? That ain't nothing fluff about that.
You ever fluff the rice?
That's not what. No, that's not what you do. I ain't never took no fork to stoke no dick.
I didn't even know that was a thing till I was
what?
there. I didn't even know that was a thing till I was there that day. I'm like, what's going on here? Who this other lady? Oh yeah, that's the fluffer. What's a fluffer? Oh, okay.
What do they do? Are they jerking them off or what's that?
Whatever they need to do to get it back up.
What?
Yes, whatever they need to do to get it back up.
Wait, so what?
Yes.
All right, all right, we talking like Malcolm X by any means? Like what are we doing? Like,
look, of course, there's only but so far somebody's gonna go.
And are we doing that? Yeah.
Oh, that happens. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
you doing the and then he going to stick the arm back in somebody else's eye? Oh my God!
You'd be very surprised because the set I was on in particular, like the fluffer was a male, and the guy who was in the scene was he was straight for pay. So.
For pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. So. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was like, all right, cut. This dick's getting soft. Come on, Michael.
Come on, Michael. All right, let's get it.
My thing is, wait, you say about any means. I'm just like, I'm sorry. Do they wipe? Are you gonna wipe that dick off? Put it back inside of me? Like,
all right, now.
I just you're opening my eyes to things I didn't know. I know my mama's listening to this.
All I remember is a couple things. I was there to be behind the camera. I'm like, all right, get in there. Oh Lord.
Not oh Lord.
I don't want that job at all.
Yeah, I don't think I could fuck on camera.
No, I can't.
No, man.
It'd be nice though, like to create one for like your own personal like.
Yes, that's fun, like a whole movie. Yeah, but then be like, yeah, baby, look at that. But like, to just be like, all right, here you go, Twitter. Like,
no.
I personally like
unlock this video. God dang.
Unlock that shit. That's one thing I will say. Like, I prefer about the platform that I'm on is like, you ain't seeing it if you ain't paying for it.
Yeah, it's like Patreon.
Yeah. So. If you want to see me jiggle my ass cheeks, you better unlock that message. If not, it's just going to be a picture of me like this.
Right.
It's like,
at the bar.
The moment money goes through. But yeah.
Be memes all day.
Mm-hmm.
I post my original memes. I like to do that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's just fun. That's my shtick. I'm a funny girl. I like to be funny. So I post my funny memes and stuff like that. And then, unlock your DMs. There's ass in there. Like, did I take it too far? Did I do it again?
No, you ain't taking it too far.
Okay, I was like, did I do it? Oops, I did it again.
Yeah. So yeah, like we've been on for a good while. I think it's probably about time we start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like the people to know? Any events? Any new? I know you mentioned new music is coming. Anything you want to say right now? Promote yourself. Go.
Okay, I promote myself starting now. If you do not know who I am, you know me today. My name is Rozelle. So follow me on Instagram, and I go by Rozelle Musicslovechild. Okay, and it's all big one word. So it's ROZELLE Musicslovechild, just one word. So follow me and follow my journey. I am working on some new music. So when you hear it, just know that I wrote all the songs myself. I recorded the songs myself as well. It may not be mastered by me, but I put in a little bit of juice too. So just watch my journey and be on the lookout. And you will not regret your follow with me because you're basically watching a star in the making.
Yeah, okay.
I like that.
I like that.
Oh man. Well,
thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
I know I've been trying to get you on here for a while. So
I know. I love this virtual aspect where it's just like, okay, I can stay here. I don't got to go all the way to Bmore. You live far. I live in Tacoma Park. I live closer to DC. So it's just like, this is convenient for me because if it wasn't, I probably would have been late. Like, I'm bad with timing. I'm horrible with timing. So this is cool.
I would have just told you 12:30.
Right.
Okay, man. I'd have been making a steak.
Right.
Huh? Oh shit.
It sucks that you couldn't be here though, because like normally before the pandemic and stuff, when we would have guests on, we'd have people over. We normally would record between like 11 to 1 around that time, and Tavon would cook for all the guests. So it'd be like brunch out here. So you would come over, he could make omelets, French toast, all kinds of stuff, sauteed vegetables. This is lit.
That sounds good. Okay. Eating good over there. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong.
Speaking of eating good,
It's that time.
yeah, it's that time. Like talking makes me hungry.
Oh, it does.
Well, I appreciate you all joining with me today, and have a good Sunday.
Oh, thank you, darling. I'm actually on my way to DC, so
I know that's right. Good luck tonight.
thanks.
Or this evening, or whenever the time starts.
No, I don't even. Whenever the sun go down, I don't know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right, well, YouTube, that is the end of us and y'all. So we're gonna end this stream and see y'all next week. Intro music, fuck you, me. Man,